One Man's Opinion. Today I am reviewing the Long Wharf Theater production of Arthur Miller's A View from the Bridge, directed by James Dean Palmer, running through March 10th at Canal Dock Boathouse at 475 Long Wharf Drive in New Haven, Connecticut. You can dock at my Patreon page and become a patron for as little as $1 a month, where you can get early and exclusive content, including an opportunity to see the new Broadway production of Doubt with me in March. Details will be in the link in the description on how to join and enter the drawing for a ticket. I am so happy to see Long Wharf Theater back up on its feet enough to do a run that is long enough to merit a review. For the past couple of years or so, Long Wharf has been in financial straits, closing up its shop at its former permanent location and doing mostly small and one-weekend runs of shows at locations throughout the New Haven area. With A View from the Bridge, we finally have a show that is up and running for a month. My apologies for not reviewing it sooner, but I was on vacation in Arizona when it first opened and was only able to come and see it this week. But see it everybody should, because it is a marvelously conceived production. Staging the play in the Canal Dock Boathouse was a brilliant idea, and director James Dean Palmer, scenic designer You-Shin Chen, and lighting designer Kate McGee make full use of the space both inside and out. The stage is set on the second floor of the boathouse, which has large windows that overlook New Haven Harbor with a view of the Q Bridge, which, though not as iconic, stands in for the Brooklyn Bridge. The staging isn't completely perfect, as some of the action happens outside the building of the deck overlooking the water, and depending on where you're seated, you may miss some of the action. I recommend sitting on the house left side of the theater. There are some obstructed views on the house right side. It's open seating, so be sure to arrive early to get a good seat, but credit is due to sound designer Jane Shaw, whose sound comes through perfectly with the scenes that happen outside. Originally written and staged in 1955, subtextually dealing with Arthur Miller's outrage with Elia Kazan's betrayal to the House Un-American Activities Committee and his complex feelings about having an affair with Marilyn Monroe, A View from the Bridge still hits with its themes of loyalty, family, immigration, and forbidden lust. Set in Red Hook, Brooklyn, A View from the Bridge centers around Eddie, played by Dominic Fumusa, a dock worker who is helping his wife Beatrice, played by Annie Parisse, by housing two of her cousins, Marco, played by Antonio Magro, and Rodolpho, played by Mark Junek, who have illegally immigrated into the United States. Then there is Catherine, played by Paten Hughes, the daughter of Beatrice's dead sister, whom she and Eddie are raising. Now almost 18, Catherine has aspirations to start her career as a stenographer, which she has been training for. Eddie, who has been lusting for Catherine, is reticent in having her be an adult and live her own life, particularly moving out of their home. Things get more complicated when Catherine takes an immediate shine towards Rodolpho, and the two start a relationship, much to the chagrin of Eddie, who starts attacking Rodolpho's sexuality and intent with Catherine, claiming Rodolpho's gay and only interested in Catherine for getting a green card. He then starts looking for ways to get Rodolpho either kicked out of the house or, if necessary, kicked out of the country without ruining his reputation with the other longshoremen, his family, and his fellow Italians in the community, consulting with his father's attorney, Alfieri, played by Patricia, to find some kind of legitimate legal recourse. Alfieri was originally a male role, but Black does a good job with it, so I don't mind the gender swap. Miller's mastery as a playwright is on full display here, and James Dean Palmer has a firm grasp on the language, directing Mark Junek, Paten Hughes, and Dominic Fumusa meticulously so that we see the immediate lust Catherine has for Rodolpho when they meet, a great bit of acting by Hughes, by the way. We also see Junek balance Rodolpho's character just enough so that it is plausible for the audience to believe that Eddie's suspicions just may be true. Of course, these aren't merely suspicions, but projections of Eddie's own lust toward Catherine, which are fittingly gross and disturbing. I did have problems, though, with Fumusa's monotonous delivery of his lines. He tends to keep his dialogue at a high-pitched single tone, like he's speaking with a stomach problem or of some sort and can't relax his diaphragm. The performance that may get overlooked, if not addressed here, is Annie Parisse's properly understated turn as Beatrice. She longs for affection from her husband, who has spurned her advances for the past few months, not understanding why he can't or won't get aroused for her anymore. Parisse is the person to keep an eye on when action is happening among everyone else. Though her character tends to fall into the background during some of the conflicts, her reactions direct the atmosphere of the scene. She is a delight to see. This is a great production of A View from the Bridge. Though I love the use of the outdoor parts of the set, it does have some visible limitations, and Fumusa's performance as Eddie could be vocally a bit more rounded. Considering the United States' current state of political discord, especially revolving around immigration, A View from the Bridge has taken on new life with its subject matter, making themes just as prominent as they were 70 years ago. This is a testament to the lasting power of Arthur Miller's writing and a must-see for everyone on or near the shoreline of Connecticut. But I am only one man's opinion, so be sure to leave yours in the comments below. If you'd like to see A View from the Bridge, I'll leave a link in the description where you can get tickets. Also in the description will be a link to my Patreon page, so don't forget to visit that as well. You can also support my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing, and click the notification bell to be alerted to future reviews. My next review will be Music Theater of Connecticut's production of The Legend of Georgia McBride. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at the theater.